Hey everyone, today I'm going to be installing a Ford Performance Air Oil Separator, also commonly referred to as a catch can, on my Shelby GT350R. Now these have become very popular in the last few years. Essentially what these catch cans are is they will grab and trap any sort of oil mist that comes up through the pressure from the engine's crankcase. And the benefits of these is it keeps the intake and the valves from getting gummed up from oil. This is especially important on engines that have direct injection. Now, if you've been researching these, you've probably seen people discuss passenger side, driver side. You may be a little confused, what's what, which is the best one to have? Do I get both? How does this actually work? Well, essentially, with the most Ford engines, the passenger side is the one that's going to get the overwhelming majority of this oil vapor or mist that comes to the engine. The reason for this is the passenger side is behind the throttle body. So when you're driving down the road and the engine's under vacuum, the overwhelming majority will basically be pulled up through the PCV valve because the engine's under vacuum. The driver's side, however, is a little bit different. The driver's side is in front of the throttle body. So that's really not under any vacuum unless the engine is at or very close to full throttle. So after doing some extensive research on this, talking to a lot of owners who have done both, typically on a street car, you really only need the passenger side, and on a car that's seeing a lot of heavy track use, you're probably going to want to have both. So most owners who street drive cars who have put the driver's side one on say it's basically bone dry. I've only ever seen one person actually get any on the driver's side on a street driven car. Now I wanted to go a little further into the research and basically check myself. I have both of the hoses off right now. So what I did was I took my pen light and I looked inside the intake here in the tube. And I don't know if it comes up on camera, but there is a very noticeable oil mist on these couplers on both sides here. So it's probably pretty obvious that I'm getting some sort of oil in there. Now on the driver's side, it's the opposite. The driver's side is dry. On the engine side, or on the intake side, it's completely dry, and then on the engine side as well, it's dry. There's no mist in there. It's not noticeable. And what I also don't like about the driver's side is it blocks access to the dipstick. And on these Shelbys, you really want to be checking the oil on these cars, especially when they're new to you and you don't know if or how much oil they consume. You want to make sure the engine has a proper amount of oil in it. Same thing on the actual intake tubes. This one is the passenger side, and not only is there a noticeable smell of oil coming from it, but there is also quite a bit of oil mist inside these. Have a very noticeable amount of oil mist on them. This padded one is the driver's side. This is the opposite. If you look inside, I don't know if this shows up on camera, but it is very dry in there. There is virtually no evidence of any sort of oil mist inside of it. Now, I have no doubt a very, very small amount gets in, but it's basically negligible. So I'm just going to be installing the passenger side because I want to have good access to the dipstick so I can check my oil on a regular basis on this car. And if I want to go and add one later on, it's not a big deal. These are very, very simple installations. They do not require any tools, and they're not expensive. You're talking $150 to $200 for one of these. Now, this is what will be replacing my passenger side hose. You have the Air Oil Separator in the middle and hoses on both sides. It does not come with any instructions from Ford. It basically has this little pamphlet that says if you want to go onto the Ford website, it has instructions on there. You really don't need the instructions. It's a super, super easy install that, like I said, it doesn't require any tools. Now, these videos have been on the internet for a while installing these, but there's a couple things that I want to cover. Number one, there's two ways to drain this. Most people will take the screws off when it's installed and take the top off and stick like a rag or a paper towel in there to soak up any oil. Ford also says if you want to go ahead and actually take it off, you can tip this down on the inlet side to drain the oil out. You don't want to tip it from this side because this is basically going to get the media filled with oil, and you don't want to do that. Another big mistake I see with installations on these is the sides of the hoses with the 45 degree on it will go on the catch can itself. So this one will go on here, and this will go on here. I often see people put it with the 90 degree side on here, and then when you do that and you try to put it onto the engine, you end up having to bend it really hard, and it basically sort of puts a kink in it and probably restricts the airflow through it. So That's another important tip to remember. The 45s go on the catch can side, and the 90s go on the engine itself. Now, like I said, super easy install. You really don't even need the directions to do this. Very simple. The only thing you're going to have to do is remove this little mount here. You're going to be using this existing mount here on the cam cover. So you just have to, if you want, use a screwdriver just to pop it out to make it a little easy. Just be very careful when you're pulling on these wires. You don't want to damage these wires because these are connected to the cam sensors, and you can potentially damage it. There's also another hole under here, so you'll be using this factory hole and this factory hole. So no drilling, no permanent modifications need to be done. Super, super easy to do. And then when you're taking the actual hose off, the factory hose off itself, you basically just push these blue tabs with your thumb, and these will open it up. Sometimes using a screwdriver is a little bit easier just to get to them if you're having a hard time accessing them. But as you can see, they just opens up, and then they just pull right off. So go ahead, and I'll get this installed, and then we'll come back and put the hoses on. All right, I got the air oil separator mounted on the vehicle now. Super simple install, only takes a few seconds to put it on. You're basically just gonna make sure that these push pins are in the up position. You line up the holes, and when you push the push pins down, it will lock it in place. It has a nice solid feel on the cam cover. You can definitely feel it's not going to be going anywhere. I threw the outlet side on here. This is the correct way, with the 45 on here and the 90 on here. So basically it goes up and over the throttle body. And then putting the inlet side on, very easy. Again, 90 goes on the engine. You'll hear a nice definitive click when they lock in place because these have the exact same fittings as the OEM hose does. And that's it. This is a super, super simple install. It is only going to take you 5 to 10 minutes to do this. And it's going to basically keep any of that oil mist from going back into the engine. When you first get this on, I'd recommend checking this every few hundred miles just to kind of gauge where you're at. Usually every few 1,000 miles these things fill up, but until you know how much oil your car is pushing through this system, you kind of want to check it a little bit more often because you don't want that to fill up, because then the engine won't be able to breathe if you let that fill up. But like I said, super simple install that anybody can do. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.